So we left off last time with you guys in Crystalport, about ready to head to Moonshire and go to your next job. Is there anything you guys have left that you want to do in the city?
Meeting up with the party down at the dock. Well, they know where to go, but I'll stand and make sure that everybody gets on the boat.
This was my first time in a city. I hope I can come back again.
Well, as long as you didn't break any laws, I mean, you're probably more than welcome to come back.
I generally don't like to break laws in the cities that I just came to.
Then everything should be okay.
Yeah, the only objective after that is to stay alive. We'll be coming back here as soon as we finish whatever this mission is. Okay, ushering everybody onto the boat. I'm gotta introduce myself to the captain there.
So you get down to the docks, and there is 3 boats to choose from. You have a large kind of pirate ship looking boat. You have a smaller, looks like a short line fishing boat or transportation boats. And then the third one looks like just a normal take people out and cruise around the waters.
Oh, well, that little one's, that can't be an option. I don't know how far this Moonshine Shire is, but I'm totally not rowing.
None of them have spots for rowing. They're all sails.
Do we know if they're all Vile Hunter approved boats for the whole thing, or just walk up to the nearest one and get on kind of thing?
I was fixing to ask the same thing.
You weren't told really where to go. You were just told to go down to the docks and there'll be a ship ready for you.
Oh, all right, that's a good point. That is exactly what. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the middle boat. Always like a mama bear in this situation.
I'm gonna go talk to the pirates. Russell, will you be my parrot?
So you walk up, Jen. You walk up to the middle boats, and there is a human walks over to the side, and you notice that the back of the boat has ballistas, and he says, "Greetings. How can I help you?"
Well, met there, good sir. Is this the Vile Hunter boat going to Moonshine Shire?
He says, I am licensed through them, if that's where we're supposed to go.
Okay, I don't know if there's a boat out here that's supposed to take us, or if we're supposed to choose one, but I like the look of your boat. Very, very modest. Very, but pretty. Modest but pretty. And clean. Let me just see if there's one of these guys pre-assigned to this whole thing. I don't know yet. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I'm just following Jen around. I'm sticking to him.
So, Violet, you come up to the bigger boat, and you don't even get close to the boat, and you're stopped. You have 2 burly dockhand guys with scimitars on their side, and they're like, "Pardon me, where are you going?"
Fine booty.
I was just wondering if you guys were the ones that were taking us to Moonshire.
He says that we're waiting for a company to go there. Are you the passengers?
How much to plunder your booty?
I do believe so. Let me go get our leader, Jen.
Okay.
Hey, Jen, I'm pretty sure I found our boat.
Oh, great. Is it the tiny one? Because the middle one's was nice and all, but I don't know.
No, it's the big one with the pirates. They like Russell.
Oh, the big one with the pirates. Oh, that sounds a little scary.
Wait, if they like Russell, that's not good.
Well, they might not be pirates, but it kind of looks piratey.
In any case, everyone keep a very large eye on your jewels and possessions.
They don't typically pillage from the people on the boat. That'd be counterproductive. At least not at port. That would cause too many problems. All right, party. Let's go to the big boat and see if we're the party they're looking for.
So you step up and you see them still loading stuff onto the boats. You hear coming from behind you guys, "Hold the boat! Hold the boat!"
Hold it with the booty. Russell will point a wing at the biggest guy and say, "That booty! Hold with that booty!"
I don't mind the bird. He just got out of prison. He's just picking a fight.
Let in, let out.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's been. Just ignore him.
All right, so yeah, we'll introduce ourselves to anybody on the boat willing to say hello.
Running up behind you guys is Guinness yelling to hold the bow, hold the bow, hold the bow. He says, is this the one going to Moonshire?
Indeed, it is.
He's like, okay, we can leave. I'm here.
Is he the booty we're waiting for?
Possible.
And he looks at you guys and he says, oh, ain't that a sight for sore eyes?
It's a pleasure seeing you here as well, sir.
Let's all get on board and get this pile of ship out and the way.
Yes, sir. Are you the one in charge, Mister? Your name was Guinness, right?
No, but I don't like standing around being idle. There's money to be made.
All right, everybody, get on the boat. That's.
Bend over on the poop deck.
Well, yeah. Watch your step on the poop deck. I heard some things.
Bend over under the booty.
Okay, seriously, what prison did you go to?
That's a good question. Where do the Fae go when they're...
Burbank.
Burbank. So you guys get on the boat. You notice getting on is called the Sea Escape, and you're met at the top by a dwarf with big black beard, and he says, "My name is Gruffus. Welcome on board."
Well named, sir. You look pretty gruff.
Well met.
He says, "Guinness, you booked the private cabin. Seahan, show him his way over to his quarters. You guys, I have general quarters downstairs for."
Sounds wonderful.
I was expecting.
Tundra should have fun playing with rats that will most likely be down there.
So, is there somebody to take our luggage, or do we do? Oh, I guess we do this ourselves, huh?
Just take it on downstairs to. There's cots down there. There's hammocks down there that you guys can claim, and there's foot lockers underneath them to store your goods.
Wonderful. How long until we get underway?
He hollers up to the nest, "All clear," and then the guy in the nest blows a horn, and then at the end of the dock you hear another horn blow back in your guys' direction. "Clear to go." He says, "We're taking off now."
I'm gonna drop my bag off in the bottom, but I'm gonna come up to the deck and look out over the railing because I've never been at sea before.
Okay. So who wants to roll 20-sided for your first leg of the adventure?
Crimzon rolled a 3.
Okay.
If it was a 4 or a 2, we would be dead.
So you guys pull out of port. You head out towards sea. Seeing, is everybody coming back up on top?
Oh, yes. And Russell is in the crow's nest.
Okay.
Yep, I'm up there.
Just wings spread.
I'll head up there if you want. Why not?
As you guys head out and the ship starts to turn south towards open waters, you notice the lighthouse off to the northwest of you. And the ship starts to pick up speed. And the first day goes without a hitch. It's a beautiful day. Maybe hour and a half after you guys are up on the deck, you hear a familiar voice. "By bloody bikes, I wasn't expecting to see you guys again."
Oh yeah, it's interesting that you'd be on the same ship. I guess small world and all. So what?
As you turn around, Jen, you see Pike.
Oh, hey, different voice entirely. I was thinking somebody else. What are you doing here, guy?
He says, "Byrne asked me to go down to Moonshire and set up some trade. I guess they're having issues with ore, mainly silver. So I'm supposed to go down and talk to a few people about moving some shipments their way."
Oh, that's really neat. That's nice to have you aboard there, Pike. I promise to bug you a lot less on the boat than during our previous encounters.
You're okay, Jen. And then he looks over at the rest of you guys. Greetings, greetings.
Hello.
Pleasure to see you again.
How have you been, Pike?
Never met.
You met Pike.
I have.
He was one of the 3 dwarfs that were with you guys when you fought the dragon.
Sorry, it's been a while.
You could say they were beneath him. Now I'm just trying to not look them in the eye after can't go anywhere from there.
He says, enjoy your guys' trip. I'll see you around the city. And he heads back down underneath.
Well, hey, now he's actually beneath us. Now it's both racist and true.
I think your jokes are as bad as mine today.
Yeah, fair enough. Yours are less likely to cause an intercity dispute, though, so I think yours are better by at least that measure.
Oh, wait till you see this one. So, hey, Captain, you scallywag dog. What's this rope over here do?
What's what?
What's this rope over here do?
It goes to the sails to adjust the sails on trimming them to move faster or loosen them to let them out.
I want to investigate all of the ropes because I've never been on a boat before.
Give me perception checks.
Learning is fun. That's a 21.
You, after watching and looking around at the ropes, you figure out basically how they work and which ropes goes to which sail.
They're like all the veins in the human body. They're just, this one connects there and does this, that one connects there and does that. It's okay. So the ship's like a body. Good to know. I love having a productive day.
You live and learn.
So night comes by. Eventually you guys retire back downstairs to your cots. The next day comes around.
I can't help but notice on my giving myself a tiny tour of the ship, I never found a galley. So, hey guys, where do we eat? How do we, who's hungry?
I could eat.
I have rations is fair. How long was this trip supposed to be?
Oh, a couple days, maybe a week or so.
A week by boat. It'd be a couple months by land, but it'd be a week by boat.
I have food with me. I can
I
stay.
nominate a picnic on the deck of the ship.
All right, I will pass out my special gnome rations for the party, and Russell, and Timber.
I'm gonna pull Cielo aside like, hey, I got your thing, and I'm gonna pull out one of the 2 shirts that I had purchased, and I'm gonna blah blah present it. Ah, it's awesome.
It's like a sparkly pink shirt, right?
There's a gold one and a purple one that are sparkly pink. I mean, sparkly colors. The pink was the dust that went up in the air because he messed up his prestidigitation spell.
No matter which one Jin shows to Cielo, he is the look on his face, his eyes just pop. He's like, "Oh my god, thank you, Jin. This is so nice."
I know it looked like something you would love. Probably wouldn't wear it into battle. Didn't get any kind of enchantments or armor stuff hidden in it. But it's a nice little pretty shirt. So if we go out to a tavern for a night off, we can chill and look good.
If we ever have another night to chill, given how hard we've been working.
Oh, I know, right? Anyway, picnic on the poop deck. Preferably not a poop picnic on the picnic deck. Or, I don't know, something like that.
Suddenly, I've lost my appetite.
So I think some of us will be sitting in the way of all the sailors snacking on small rations and enjoying being out at sea.
Okay. So for the next day, give me a roll, please.
That's a 17.
We're all gonna die.
So you guys wake up this morning to a loud thunderclap. It sounded like a cannon in the distance at first when you are jolted awake, and then you realize that it was just thunder and a storm is in the area.
Oh, this is awkward. And by awkward, I mean fuck.
Oh, it just looks like a little rain. Aren't like boats, don't they like float and stuff? We should be fine.
It is a really large boat, too, so. But then there's deck.
But isn't that just how boats work, though? They sit on the top of the water. So.
The little ones can flip, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with big enough waves, even the big ones can.
Orrin, stop trying to be psychic.
Look, I've never actually tried to swim in this form. I don't know.
But I think you would just try to move your body like an alligator or something. That tail should make swimming really easy.
I should have tried this out beforehand.
So you're hearing stuff happening up top.
What's that sound?
You head up.
I believe, at least I do.
Okay.
Cielo will be following Jin.
Okay.
Orrin will follow and call Russell down.
It is a major storm. You're greeted at the steps by a giant wave of water comes crashing down. Give me a reflex roll, please.
Everyone?
Everyone is walking up the steps.
The robot gave me 2, and one is really bad, but one is really good.
Take the first one.
Okay, cool. That's a 19.
Okay. So the water hits you, and you grab on the rail, drinking probably about a liter of it, coughing. You manage to hold your footing. Who's next?
I got a 14.
I got a 29.
You barely grab on the rail, and you get a big face full of water. Feel like you're about drowning in it. Cielo, you just stuck behind your brother. You're like, okay, I'm good. How about you, Violet?
Thanks for the save, Jin.
Violet decided to go on a water slide with an 8.
Man overboard!
No, she's going back down the steps. She's sliding back down the steps and across the basement.
Orrin with an 18 pokes her head out. What's going on?
And Violet, you stop, and the hammock that is where Pike was sleeping at. By now, no one traveling with him, he should be up by now.
Is he still in his hammock?
He's laying in his hammock. Yeah.
Pike, wake up. There's a big storm going on. You don't want to miss it.
No answer.
Touch his penis. That'll wake up any guy.
It'll also get your hand chopped off.
I'm going to try to shake him awake.
You shake the hammock, and he falls out. And with the wet floor, slides to the far back side of the boat. Still not moving.
I'm going to slide down to him and check for any wounds.
There is a puncture wound on his heart.
Oh no, not Pike.
Looks like the size of a dagger.
Heartbreak.
No pulse then?
Nope, he's dead. His skin looks like it's tightened up and discolored.
I'm going to holler up to the rest of the party if they're within earshot and tell them that we've got a problem.
Yeah,
Should we bring the buckets down? Do we need a bail?
We drank a liter each, and there's a storm outside. Where are we going to pee?
No, there's an even bigger one. Our old friend Pike, I believe somebody's poisoned him, and he's not with us anymore.
I knew this ship was bad news.
Who killed someone in the ship? Where are they going to escape?
While he was sleeping at that.
On hearing that, I'm going to come on down there and investigate Pike's body.
Okay.
My God, they poisoned him with a knife.
That's a 17.
You notice around the stab wound is a black oily ooze. You recognize it as willow gas oil. It's a mixture of tree sap and black willow venom. It's pretty close to an instant kill with enough of it.
Oh, well, it very much does look like he was poisoned. Good call on that, Violet. Oof. Probably the dagger didn't help any either. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah, kind of overkill.
Oh, the laughing? Yeah, that's what I didn't mean.
No. I mean, I think the dagger probably would have done the trick on its own. Right to the heart.
No, I'm not so sure about that. Pike was one tough son of a bitch.
Maybe dwarfs have multiple hearts.
I've read a lot of books. I don't think that they do. They have slightly larger heart than you'd expect for their body. But oh, you're making a joke.
I don't know. Maybe the killer was an idiot. I have no idea. I guess if he missed, I guess it doesn't particularly matter right now. I guess my question, who still kills someone on a boat when they can't escape?
Oh, yeah, it looks like we've got a murder mystery on our hands, guys.
Maybe their intention isn't to escape.
Okay, everybody raise your hand.
Okay.
All right, now who uses poison? I'm going to pull my hand down. I'm going to look at everybody.
Cielo pulled his hand down also.
Okay, Cielo's hands down. All right, cool, good call. Everybody else, you all use poison. You're all guilty. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Hey, actually, Cielo, you're the closest thing we have to a cop here. So maybe you want to take the lead on this one?
You're a cleric. You wouldn't happen to have had Sword of Truth prepared, would you?
Prepared? No, not prepared. Not today. Didn't think we'd be dealing with a murder. I thought we were going to be sitting on the deck taking in some sun.
Same here, actually. Can I go ahead and... The wound looks like a normal dagger wound, correct? Just like a little puncture. Is there anything else around in the room? Like a little out of place? Because I'm assuming we've seen Pike's cot before. Is anything out of... that was seen before out of place currently? Like anything missing?
Give me a perception roll.
I'm going to go ahead and use 2 roblets on this to give myself advantage.
Okay.
Wow, you're looting the body, Cielo. That's a little dark.
16 plus 8 is 34. Or 24.
You know that he normally carried a silver dagger is gone, and he was talking to Jen about being on a diplomatic trip to get a rearranged material, mainly ore, mainly silver, to go to Moonshire, because lately there's been the lack of, and there's no diplomat envelope or anything like that in the area.
It seems we should be looking for someone with more political intentions. We're not only dealing with a murderer, but a thief and possibly a saboteur.
Cielo, if I may confer with you outside of earshot of the other, I think that would behoove us at this point in time.
Oh, whatever you think best, Jin.
We're going to find the nearest room. I think that if Guinness would allow us his quarters for a few moments.
You gonna go talk to Guinness then?
Yeah, go upstairs, knock on the door, and ask him if we can borrow the room for a few minutes. That, or take the room with the dining room table.
He says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go in the dining room area and see about getting something to eat."
All right, sir. Whatever you do, just don't go downstairs. There happens to have been a murder, so we're trying to keep the thing. Oh, we should probably told those guys not to touch anything or move around anyway. Oh, whatever. They'll not do anything. So, Cielo, if you'll join me in this room, we'll confer a little.
Cielo does in fact join Jin in the room.
Okay, so when we got on this boat, there was this one guy watching our party out pretty closely. I'll point him out to you next time I see him. But first and foremost, who do we want to trust on this whole thing there? I know that Violet, she runs around with a stick beating people up all the time. She's pretty mean. I don't think she would have stabbed somebody. I also don't think she looked closely enough at the wound to know about the poison, but she called the poison death. She's a suspect. Orrin just, rubs me the wrong way. She rubs me the wrong way. They have an issue, and I think it's a little weird sometimes. I haven't seen that dog of Crimzon's for a while. He might have done it too. Crimzon, though, I don't think would have wasted the effort. Doesn't seem like his kind of thing.
I
want to get your opinion on it.
I don't believe Orrin or Violet would have done this. Poison doesn't seem either of their styles, though. I admit my judgment may be clouded, given that I've grown quite fond of them. Crimzon seems more of a one to use poison, but given his affinity to dual swords, I don't see him using those backhanded arts either.
Yeah, that's a good call on Orrin. He would have done a magical thing to blow the back half of the ship up or something. So yeah, all right. We could probably say our team is pretty safe on this.
I think our first order of business is to find the missing silver dagger.
Oh, right. Yeah, Pike used to carry a silver dagger all the time. Good plan. Good plan. All right, team break. We'll exit the room, giving it.
Okay. So you guys are exiting out of Guinness's quarters, and you're looking around. You see 5 or 6 sea hands doing different things on the ship.
Do I see the mysterious eyes that were peering at me earlier?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 14.
Not at the moment.
I'm going to nudge Cielo. The person that I was talking to you about does not seem to be present, but it's a small ship. Well, it's a big ship, but there's not very many places they could hide, so, we'll go over there.
We should also start inquiring into any, maybe suspicious activity, people being missing from places they should not have been yesterday.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm going to reach over and pat the Vile Hunter symbol on Cielo's chest. Like, you're the law officer. You talk to people. I'm going to go look for the guy.
I've never headed my own investigation before. This is oddly terrifying.
As you go out and start looking around, Jim, give me another perception check.
That is another 14.
Okay. You walk by the different guys up here, and you see the captain up in the back steering the ship, and there's a couple of hands up there with him. But you still don't see the guy around that you're looking for.
I'd like to ask the captain if I may peruse the manifest, because there was somebody's name I'd like to know. I'd also like to whisper into his ear, one of our guests has been murdered.
He says, sure. He takes you down to his quarters, and he looks over to his left, and he says, the helm's yours for a minute, sir. And then he takes you down to his quarters, and he says, here's the manifest. The only extras that we have on the ship for this trip is your group, Guinness, and Mr. Pike.
All right. Well, I regret to inform you, Mr. Pike's no longer on this trip. He's the victim. Anyway, yeah, let me just look over these names for a little while, and I've got to go talk to my...
Okay.
Thank you, Captain, sir.
I'm sorry for your loss. So then he goes back up to start steering the ship again.
I'm just going to sit there and try to study the manifest for a little while. Let somebody else get some playtime.
Okay. Cielo and Violet, what are you two doing?
Cielo was going to go speak to some of the crewmen to kind of get a gist of where the crew was last night.
Okay. They all basically tell you that they just got up not too long ago. Their shift last night was their downshift. They're up working now, so they were all in the bunks besides you guys.
It was quite a storm last night. Are you sure nobody left from your guys' downshift to go and help out? I'm sure the night crew would have appreciated it.
He says, not that I know of. I was, after our shift yesterday, I played a couple card games, got a good buzz, and crawled in my hammock.
Well, this sounds like a fun time. Tell me, I'm having a hard time remembering. I think I might have stumbled into one of you guys a little bit later than the rest of you. It was kind of up a little bit. You would happen to have known who exactly was out there? Maybe they were putting some stuff away beforehand. We were having a nice conversation. I forgot to get his name. You wouldn't have happened to see anybody out while you guys were all pretty much packing it in, would you?
No, our whole crew was downstairs.
Can I sense motive, making sure he is in fact telling me everything?
Yeah.
Well, now probably wasn't very good, and that's an 8.
He seems like he's telling you the truth. He's basically, he tells you, he says, there's 10 of us to shift. My shift was downstairs. Someone straight to the bunks. Most of us stayed up and played cards and drank, and then we turned in until we were woken up for work this morning.
It must have been somebody on the other shift then. My apologies. I'm sorry for taking up as much of your time as I have. And Cielo will excuse himself from the conversation.
Okay. Violet and Orrin, what are you two up to?
We're trying to decide who's going to be a good cop and bad cop while we look around and see if we can spot the dagger.
Are you up on the main deck?
I think we're still in the room with the body. Just like, do we poke it?
Okay.
Russell is back up in the crow's nest.
Okay. Are you looking through Russell's eyes to look down at the deck at all, or?
Actually, yes. Checking in them every now and then.
Okay.
I'm at 2 minutes with Violet and a minute with Russell, unless something shiny happens.
Give me a perception check, please.
10. Russell is very distracted by being in the crow's nest. He likes that joke very much, and so do I.
Okay. As he flies up to the crow's nest and he looks around, everybody from the main deck looks normal. Looks like they're doing their normal work. And then he gets shooed away by a human, scruffy looking human that's in the crow's nest looking out and mistaking him for a bird just trying to find a place to stay. But as he's shooed away, you notice that this person has a silver-handled dagger stuffed into his belt.
Interesting. Russell will just perch on the, sail bar thingy, the crossbar, away from the dude, and I'll bamf back into my body and say, Violet, we must get the group. I think I might know this mystery's answer.
Let's head up on deck then.
Yes, the deck.
Crimzon, what are you doing at this time?
I was gonna do what Cielo was doing, but he took it from me. I was gonna go question the crew.
Well, no, you can question. As Cielo's questioned some of them, you can question others. There's 10 people a shift, so...
Yeah, I only questioned the current day shift. The other shift of crew is still, they're, resting and stuff.
Yeah, but you have, 9 other people up on the main deck doing different things, so you can walk over to one of them and talk to them.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that.
Okay. So you walk over to a dwarf that is pulling and tightening one of the ropes. And as you walk up, he looks up at you. And what can I do for you, sonny boy?
Yeah, where were you last night?
Asleep, like anybody at night. Where were you?
Well, the same. But you see, a friend of mine was murdered last night.
Murdered? As he says loud and gets the attention of some of the other people around. I didn't hear about a murder.
You're screaming that awfully loudly. I'm right here, you know.
Yeah, and there's a murder on the ship?
Yes, that's what me and my crew are trying to figure out. Have you noticed any suspicious behavior amongst your other crew members?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Very well. I have nothing more to ask you.
As you go to walk away, he grabs your arm and he says, so do you have any idea who it is? Are we safe?
I don't know, sir. Right now we're searching. We haven't found anything.
I just signed up for this ship. I don't want to be connected with a ship of murderers.
Well, if you're new around here, then watch your back.
Okay. And he starts looking around suspiciously as he goes back to pulling the rope and tying it back. This is when Violet and Orrin come upstairs.
We dramatically come up right now. We have come up top when it was dramatically convenient.
I want to exit the captain's quarters with that manifest at the exact same moment that those two come upstairs, also being dramatic.
I come in very calmly.
I see Jim coming out of the captain's quarters. Jin, Orrin's got something to tell us.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. I think I know who it was. It was the guy in the... Before I say it loudly, I'll lean in. You know the guy in the crow's nest? I think his name is Butler, because I think he did it.
It was Butler in the crow's nest with a dagger. How original.
Always the Butler.
Let me just check the manifest here. I'm not sure if I saw a Butler earlier. Is there a guy named Butler on the manifest, Doc?
No, the manifest just says crew, and then underneath that is Guinness, the unit, Pike.
I believe it was humor. Orrin pulled the humor on us, Jim.
Oh, right. Oh, Orrin, not no. We're trying to be serious. There's a murder to solve.
Okay, it was a guy in the crow's nest. I think Russell saw a silver dagger stuffed in his lapel or whatever kind of clothes he was wearing.
Oh, we should send somebody up there then.
Okay, if we all want to congregate down there, I will, use Russell to gently serenade him down.
Well, hold on. Yeah, this isn't our ship, and we don't technically have, what's it called? Jurisdiction. So let's ask the captain first if we can, question the person up in the crow's nest.
So you go find the captain.
Yes, sir.
He's back upstairs in the ship. He says, greetings. Any news?
Well, we have a couple of suspects, sir. Don't want to get your hopes up. Everybody's still technically one. Even you. No, not you. I'm just kidding. I know you're too busy for that kind of thing. Our sorcerer says his bird has noticed something up in the crow's nest. We'd like to question the guy that's hanging out up there. Maybe he's part of it. Maybe he's seen something. He's a pretty good vantage. May we send a few people up there and investigate, or have him come down to be questioned?
He looks up towards the crow's nest and then looks down at the deck and points at one of the deck hands and says, head on up to the nest and send Gruff down. I need to ask him something. So the deckhand goes upstairs, goes up to the nest, talks to the other guy a couple seconds, and then the other guy comes back down.
Sorry to hurt your feelings, Orrin. We didn't need a birdly serenade. We just send the guy in. All right. That's all the question. Well, Cielo and Crimzon, you're pretty good investigator, I assume. The two of you should talk to that guy.
Me? Well, okay, if you insist.
Always remember, sword diplomacy is just as valid as word diplomacy.
Listen to Orrin, that is not true. Sword diplomacy is much more valued. I mean, word diplomacy, not sword diplomacy.
So he comes back down and says, yes, Captain, I was told you needed to see me. The captain looks at the rest of the hands and he says, tie off your knots and head downstairs. Take a lunch break.
And, hey, Orrin, while they're investigating and questioning the guy, maybe you can send Russell up there to do more in-depth searching.
All right. As I command Russell to return to where he wants to be always, the crow's nest. Though this time I'm actually looking within it, seeing if there's anything else interesting other than a dude.
There's, give me a perception check.
25.
There is Gruff. Well, no, there's the other guy that took Gruff's spot is up there, but he has the silver dagger and stuffed into his belt at the moment.
Oh, this is awkward. Jen, they're passing it off.
Oh, we'll get this information to Cielo as soon as he's done investigating. Let's see what he can find out.
I'm gonna take a position right under, right at the bottom of the mast, just so he can't escape.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Orrin and take the other side.
Okay. So Gruff's like, so what's going on? Why am I caught off my spot?
We have some questions.
And what's jurisdiction? Captain speaks up and he says, under mine. They are vile hunters. Give me a perception check.
Oof.
Yeah. It's 14 for Cielo.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to find perception.
Was it everyone, Doc, or just the people questioning?
The people in the area that were by Griff.
Oh, okay. Because I can't find perception.
It's a plus 10.
That's pretty good perception. So that's Cielo with a 14 and Crimzon with a 28.
Damn. Okay. So, Crimzon, you see that when that is said, he is kind of shifts his weight towards the balls of his feet, and he's glancing around. He's like, so, what do you want to know?
I want to know what you were doing last night.
I played some cards, drank, and went to bed. Was woken up this morning to start my watch.
When you aren't up in the crow's nest, who typically relieves you of that position?
Flack, the guy that's up there now for this shift, and then there's two that cover nights.
One of them wouldn't happen to be that new dwarf, would it?
No, he's on our shift. When we're off, he's off.
I see.
Your partner nor the ones that come to relieve you off the other shift, They didn't seem to be. Did they seem to be acting strangely in any way the past day or so?
No, just tired.
Can I go ahead and roll sense motive off of that one?
Yeah.
18 total.
Oh, he's lying his ass off, dude. He's fidgety as hell. His eyes are looking all over the place.
It was Flack, right? Your name?
No, Flack is the guy that's up there now. I am Griff.
Sorry about that, Griff. Griff, I'm gonna level with you here for a bit. As a Vile Hunter, I've spent a lot of time around people trying to protect themselves through deceit, through violence, through what have you. I've seen a lot of things in my time, and one thing I do know is how to tell a good liar from a bad liar. Griff, you would be who I would teach one of the new recruits on how to tell somebody's lying. Give them an easy target. And while I can't say that everything will turn out great for you after what you or maybe your partner did, I don't know where. I don't know why it may have happened. I don't particularly care why it happened. All I can do for you now, Griff, is please help me here, and I will do my best to help you. Because if not, I cannot guarantee anything for you.
He kind of stutters. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want to know?
Tell me where the knife is, at the very least. The dagger. His silver dagger, which was so obviously missing from his corpse.
His corpse? I found the dagger in a crate that I was getting some extra food out of. That's what I thought this was over. Me taking more than my rations.
Griff,
I don't know nothing about a corpse.
can I sense motive on that one, then?
Yes.
Natural 20, 26.
He is absolutely telling the truth.
I believe you, Griff. You did not seem.
He says I can show you the crate. I can show you the crate.
That would be great, and we will probably need to ask you some more questions. Guinness, I do believe him to be telling the truth when in the fact that he did not know of the dead body, but I believe he may have some information to help us out here. Thank you for disrupting your ship on account of us and what's going on here.
You mean Captain? You said Guinness.
Oh, so the captain, yeah, my bad.
The captain says, well, we'll deal with the stealing of rations. That's a ship matter. And but he looks over at Gruff and he says, take him to the crate that you're talking about.
Crimzon, tell me, is Tundra much of a tracker?
Let me check. Doc, how do I know if he's a tracker or not?
Did I ever give you his stats? I don't remember if I sent them over to you.
Yeah, you gave me his basic stats like speed, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
He should say with that if he has perception.
I got perception +7, stealth +8.
Yeah, so that perception is what you're looking for.
Oh, Cielo, we'll see if Tundra can find anything.
I figured maybe following us scent trail would, at the very least, it couldn't hurt anything.
Okay, let's give it a try.
So, if you look at the map of the ship, there's the center image, which is the main deck, and then it shows the little storage area up front. The bottom crate right there at the front is the crate that he takes you to. And it has some dried bread in it and other stuff, a couple bottles of wine. And he says, I was grabbing some extra food out of here last night, and I found the dagger. Being silver, I figured it was probably worth a good coin.
Did you happen to see anybody either leaving the area or just generally over here before you came over?
No, this is between decks. So on our downtime, we travel back and forth between upstairs and down here, and we had card games as you could tell last night when you guys were heading to bed, we were over here playing cards and talking amongst ourselves, and people went upstairs to relieve themselves or get some fresh air before they come back down. That's just the way it is.
Tundra picking anything up, Crimzon?
Do I need to go ahead and roll for Tundra's?
Yep. 20-sided plus his perception.
21.
Nice.
So basically, he's telling you that he's looked all around the ship, and it's all basically led to downstairs or up here in this area here. So whoever it is that's been in the area, it's those areas that they go to.
So that could pretty much be anybody.
I want to sneak as quietly as I can through the sleeping night shift people and see if I can find the face that I had seen staring at myself in the group earlier.
The one that was staring at you,
Yeah,
is, and I forgot what I called him, is the guy that's up at the
Flack?
Flack, the one that's in the crow's nest right now.
Yeah, I'll investigate that later.
Cielo would like to investigate the area around the crate just for any like markings or anything like that.
Give me a perception check.
Only a 14.
As you move the crates around, you notice that laying between, tucked between the crate and the wall, was Pike's envelope.
Now, that's interesting. I believe we've probably gotten everything in this area we are going to find, as Cielo grabs that and turns to Crimzon and says, perhaps we should reconvene with our group, see if anybody else has been able to find anything.
Upon reconvening, I'm gonna give Cielo the nudge and point up to the crow's nest and that's the one that was doing the staring a little weirdly. What did you guys find?
Well, it seems as though Gruff only was a victim of circumstance and, well, also a thief, but he doesn't seem to be our culprit. Though I did find Pike's envelope, his emissary, his diplomatic papers and such. Perhaps there should be some clues in here.
Well, I don't know if we have the authority to open that, but since we're co-joint captain task force thing, I give my consent for you to open it. I'm going to keep an eye on this Flack guy, though.
That would be smart. Is Orrin around currently?
Violet and Orrin are up on the deck below Flack, just standing right by the mast in case he tries to run or jump. Orrin wants to see if he can fly.
Spooky. But yeah, Cielo will go ahead and open the diplomatic papers.
Okay. It's talking about trade between the Cobalt Soul, the Moonshire Blacksmithing Guild, and the Dwarving community, and it's different setups or plans about how much ore to bring in, and mainly from looking at all this, it's the main one that they're looking for is silver.
This really seems to be just plans and such between groups. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find anything to help us in here, though I'm not exactly the sharpest knife on the block.
We'll just chalk it up as boring legal documents. Probably not helpful.
Probably not. Maybe somebody smarter than I should give it a looks over.
I'll hold on to them, but I won't bother looking at them. Let's consider sending Mr. Gruff back up to his post, and we'll have a large communal conversation with Mr. Flack when he gets back down.
That sounds fine to me.
Sorry to misappropriate your time like that, Mr. Gruff. Please return to your post with our apologies and send down Mr. Flack to talk with us.
Okay. So he goes up, and then Flack comes back down, and he looks over at the captain, and he says, Gruff wanted me to give you this, sir. And he hands him the silver dagger.
The captain should make an excellent arbiter for the decision of whereupon that dagger goes. Good call, coming down and relinquishing it, Mr. Flack. May we have a few questions with you, sir?
Sure. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Just questions. Just answer to the best of your ability. Don't incriminate yourself, you know. The normal standard question things.
Okay.
Making sure that we're out of earshot of any or as many of the rest of the crew as possible.
Oh, they're all downstairs.
Okay.
The captain told them to go to lunch, so...
I'm going to put my arm on Cielo's shoulder and clearly pull his coat out of the way and show off his big fancy sword. And I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Fleck, I just have one simple question before I walk away. The rest of the conversation will be held by our investigator here, Mr. Cielo. Are you, in fact, a member of that group, that commune of people? No disrespect. A red right hand?
No, I have no clue who you're talking about.
All right. Insight check on that.
Okay.
That's a 27 to sense motive.
He seems to be telling the truth.
All right, I'm going to pat Cielo on the shoulder. He's clean. All right. And I'm going to walk off and let Cielo conduct investigations.
Hello, Flack. I was introduced by my brother over there. You'll know me as Cielo. I just had a couple, run-of-the-mill questions. Where were you doing last night? Where were you when the body was found? Things of that nature. If you see anything out of the ordinary.
I don't know nothing about a body, but I was downstairs reading in my bunk until I got tired and went to bed.
While you were in your bunk, you didn't see. Where is the bunk in relation to the extra food storage crate? Where
the food storage crate is like it's on the stair. The staircase is like a double staircase where you go up one, turn around the other side, and go up the other, and it's that half deck right there, and that's where the crate is. So anytime anybody goes upstairs, they have access to that area.
You wouldn't, while you were in your bunk, you wouldn't have happened to see anybody out of the ordinary moving out of the sleeping quarters, would you? One of the night crews supposed to be gone already, or leaving a little bit late, anything like of that nature?
The night crew, they came and we came and relieved them. They got up and came upstairs, and then that's when we come downstairs. Someone only comes downstairs and wakes them up first. He says, your friend with the dog over there, I seen get up and leave a couple of times during the night.
That's good to know. Tell me something, Flack. Before you were on a crew like this, what did you do for a living? How did you make your way in life?
He says, I grew up as a fisher. My family's been fishing the waters. We specialize in copperfish. So,
can I make a nature check to see if copperfish are poisonous?
Yeah.
While he's doing his nature check, I'm going to make my way back to the galley dining room area, back to the roundabouts of Mr. Gannis's quarters.
Okay. So you go back to Gannis's quarters. He greets you when you walk up. How's it going, Jen?
Oh, there's some bad times on the boat there. There was a murder last night. No one suspects you, so yeah, no worries. I'm just wondering if you know where in town somebody could find the cheapest, most vile ripoff of a Willowgast oil. Because the guy that did the killing, it was a bad replica. Do you know where that kind of thing could be found in town?
That's got to be someone that is good with nature to get that. They got to know where to find the right sap from the trees and getting the spider venom. So they got to be really good with nature to be able to gather that.
Insight check.
Okay.
21.
He seems to be telling the truth from what you know earlier. Is the tree that comes from is not a easy tree to spot in the woods. It's normally towards the swamp area, and you know this because this tree is normally close to where your home was.
Yeah.
spiders. That's not many people want to deal with trying to draw venom from a spider.
Especially not a sailor. Hey, Mr. Guinness, again, no one is suspecting you, but I would recommend you stay in your quarters just to isolate yourself, or, what's the term? Yeah, isolate's good enough from the rest of the people. I think, they're all going to start staring daggers into each other's back. And granted, hopefully it's only staring, but there might be other real... So, keep your butt covered, sir, and just lock your door.
Okay.
You have a pleasant voyage.
And Cielo, what did you get on your nature check?
A 9 total.
You know of copperfish. They're like giant tunas.
Okay, cool.
Really strong, really rugged fish.
Gotcha.
And Fleck is a scrawnier guy. So copperfish is that's not something for somebody that's really scrawny.
Okay. So then, sense mode of that. Copperfish are quite the bounty for one such of your size. You must have quite the hidden build there. Unless I sincerely doubt that a hard life at sea would have weakened your stature that much. No offense. I'm surprised one of your size was able to rustle one of those on a boat.
He says, well, it was a family business. It was me, my dad, and my brothers. But that's why I got out of it as soon as possible.
I think I can work with a sense motive check there.
Yep.
17 total.
You can kind of catch like a little bit of a smirk on his face, like when someone's lying, but they think that they're being believed.
I could see that, Flack. Tell me, how many brothers did you have?
There was 3 of us boys.
There's 3 of you. What were the names?
There's me, my brother Dachshund, and Scott.
Oh, what kind of is this person a halfling or a human?
Human.
Human.
No, he's human.
You know, Scott's quite the strange name for a human. What was it? Scott's quite a strange name. Tell me, how old was he? Was he your older brother?
I'm the oldest out of us. He's the youngest.
Oh, so I guess that means that Derek was your middle brother then, huh?
Dex, yeah.
I was hoping he was gonna say Derek, yeah, because I'd be like, oh, but you said his name was Dotson. Shit. Well, Flack, I think this is all.
Give me a knowledge geography.
That was not very good. 4.
Okay. Something's weird where he's talking with like backcountry Louisiana accent, which is from the one in your past. You notice the ones that from Moonshire or in that area is the accent that is known.
After leaving Guinness, I'll try to find Cielo and comment on this conversation. Oh, that's an interesting accent. Where are you from?
He says, originally Moonshire, but the fishing down there is it's quite competitive. So my family's moved up to Crystal Cove.
Oh, yeah, Crystal Grove fishing. That's some of the best fishing out there. Anybody can cast a line and catch something. It's really... That's how fishing should be done. None of that competition stuff. So, what kind of stuff did you fish out there, sir?
He says we specialized in copper, and I say we take our hour intermission. So, CeeLo, what were you saying to him?
Oh, did anyone check if CeeLo was back yet?
I thought he was back.
Yeah, I'm right here. I was trying to remember what I was actually saying to him.
I think Jen had ran up and was talking to him now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, CeeLo was thinking to himself that he was in a sinking boat. So I swooped in, like, hey, so where you're from, what kind of fish you do, that's great. Crystal Cove, yeah, awesome. So why'd you do it?
Do what?
Wow.
Just wondering if you would give me a funny answer. You didn't. You called my bluff. Good call, sir. So did you happen to hear through the rumor mill that is on this boat that there happened to have been a murder last night?
Well, Griff told me when he came up and told me to pass the dagger off to the captain that there was a murder last night, and I guess that's the murder weapon, or that was from the victim or something. I don't know. I don't really know too much.
All right. Well, I will say that was definitely a possession of the victim. Could have also been the murder weapon. We're not sure yet. No one's quite investigated it. We've handed it off to your captain to hold on to it so no one can touch it and, mess with it too much. How long was it in your pocket, by the way?
Just a short time that I was up there.
Okay.
He suspected that was probably what you guys were looking for. So when I relieved him, he asked me to hold it until he got back.
All right. And so when my party, D Unit, and I came on board, I happened to notice that you were staring at us in a kind of awkward way. Is that just kind of a territorial thing, or was that kind of you didn't trust us kind of thing?
You're a vile hunter.
I am a vile hunter.
I've never really trusted a vile hunter. I don't have good experience with them.
Okay, but you're also not a red hand, which that's kind of nice. So you're just kind of what we in the business would call a civilian. You're just a guy, is all you're saying?
I don't have good experience with vile hunters. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's why I was eyeing your guys' group, because you guys come on board. Normally, when you guys come on board, somebody gets arrested, somebody ends up dead. Now I hear that someone's dead, so I'm just waiting for someone to get arrested.
Well, if you've heard anything, we'll try to arrest somebody who's probably not your friend. Anyone who's just going to murder some guy, they deserve to be arrested, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
All right. So if you and your pals can keep an eye out and help point us in the right direction, maybe all of you and your friends can continue doing your job quite well, I might add. You do your job quite well. We're just looking for the guy who hurt our friend, and we'll take care of it off the boat. You won't even have to worry about any kind of weird wigs and outfits for a trial or anything. We'll do it off the boat. Now just keep your eyes and ears out, and if you hear anything or you see anything, tell somebody. Somebody being myself or Cielo or the lizard lady or the druid lady or the guy with the dog. Tell any of us that you heard something, and it'll get back to us, and we'll take care of it. I trust your face. Don't like it very much, but I trust it. So why don't you just get back to work, and I'm gonna go for a high five.
He kind of reluctantly gives you one just to please you.
All right, Cielo, I got a high five. Did you see that?
Good job, Jim.
All right, get out of here. I hear they have extra rations for thieves in the galley. No, they don't. You should probably go a day without, just to not piss off your crewmates.
I would like to dramatically come up behind him and try to use the stone to cast a spell.
Okay.
Is Zone of Truth a divine spell?
That I am not sure about. Give me a second real quick.
If nothing else, I can threaten the guy. Because I feel like I haven't threatened to murder anyone of late, and I should correct this.
No, that would be air spell.
All right, never mind then. I will just come up, grab his shoulder, and say, "So, copperfish, interesting. A small man like you." And then Russell will land on his other shoulder. You know the best part about sailing, young man? Russell goes, bodies disappear. And then Orrin will walk away, because Orrin was bored. Someone has to be the bad cop.
I could be good cop, and Tundra could be bad wolf.
That's worth a shot, actually. You want us to hold a guy down while the two of you have a conversation with him?
Make sure you grab the hand that's hiding something right there.
Oh, yeah. Cielo, you grab one arm. I'll grab the other. We'll have good cop, bad wolf.
That works, but Flag, can you please produce whatever it is you're carrying behind your back?
He spins and looks at you and says, I don't have anything behind me.
You wouldn't mind a quick search then, would you?
You don't have the authorities. We're in open waters. I do know my rights.
Exactly. We're in open waters. That means there will be no one here to stop us.
Well, technically, the captain gave us the authority. As long as we're not being horrible and mean, somebody is going to have to hold Tundra back a little bit when he gets angry. Other than that, though, we're pretty good.
Is somebody going to reach for him?
I would like to restrain him with Shadow Trap.
I'm going to call for initiative.
22.
Oh, mine.
That's a 22 for Cielo, 18 for Violet, 8 for Orrin, 12 for myself.
I got a 25.
I just beat him.
You beat Crimzon at a 26, or?
Yeah.
Can we use rivulets to force disadvantage on initiative?
Yeah.
Oh. I will donate 2 to make that guy fuck off.
Okay. And then in that case, you guys go first.
So Crimson is top of the order.
And Tundra.
Wait, what do I do?
You're first.
Oh, so do I hold them down or?
You're standing off to the side and you see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it starting to get aggressive, and it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I attempt to go in and, I don't know, can I use my bare hands to try and wrestle with them, or?
Yeah. You
Okay.
will run up to him and give me an attack roll.
Okay, what's my attack roll with just my hands?
That's what I was saying. It's a 20-sided plus 7.
7. Okay. Got an 18.
Okay.
All right. And
You go to grab it. You go to grab at him, and he seems faster than what you think. His arm pulls back, and you just barely miss him.
dang it.
You have another action.
Oh, another attack? Oh.
You can do it again if you want.
All right. I'll do it again. Probably be low. Yep. See, I missed again.
Okay. So he backsteps and just twists out of your reach. Who's next?
I believe that's Cielo, and Cielo is also going to try and he's going to try to grab the hand that had something behind it. And he's not going to try to like grapple with him. He's going to try and like produce what he was hiding.
No, he's got something in his belt underneath his shirt. You notice that.
His belt underneath his shirt. All right, then yeah, I'm going to try and grab him.
Okay.
That's just straight strength, right?
Strength plus your attack bonus.
12.
He easily sidesteps you. You have another chance to grab him
19.
with another action. 19?
Yes.
You just barely get a hold of his shirt, and he twists it, and you feel it pull out of your hands.
Oh, you're quite the slippery little sucker, huh?
Violet's gonna step up with her snake staff and use 2 charges. You need a strength roll of 20 to get out of it, Doc.
You got to make the attack roll with it, don't you? Or does that happen automatically?
It doesn't say. You just said 2 charges will wrap around and hold it.
Okay, so
Would you like a roll?
you wrap him up.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and pull his shirt up and see what he is hiding.
A third nipple.
A scroll case with a tag on it that says Cielo, Cielo's name.
Oh shit.
Cielo, this has your name written all over it. Here you go.
Huh. Interesting. Definitely gonna open it on my next turn.
Jin's going to walk forward on his turn, clasping his scale mail claws around Mr. Fleck's throat. Why would you have a scroll with my brother's name on it? I will hold an action to inflict wounds on him.
He doesn't answer.
I'll continue staring.
Next.
Yeah, that would be the Dragon Boy girl. I don't know, just to make his life even worse, I'm gonna spend 4 rivulets to make sure I can cast a spell. And I would like him to make a will save. DC is 20.
And you said will?
Correct.
I have a 9.
Alright. He is now double restrained. He can make a full round action to try to escape. This will last for 4 rounds.
Okay.
And I will step back and see if anything else happens. And that should be our turns.
His turn, he tries to get out, and nothing happens. He can't manage it. So it goes to the top of the order.
So there's a fight going on?
Not really anymore.
Wouldn't call it a fight.
They've captured him.
So what can I do?
I mean, he's right there. We can't just murder him.
You're what?
Oh, by the way, I'm not the good person in this group. I just should. It was probably obvious at this point.
Clearly.
I would just say, look at Cielo and say, "What's in your scroll case, Cielo?"
Ben, what do you think we should do?
I believe this person needs to be put into the brig. However, the ship doesn't have one. I need answers as to why my brother's name is on his scrolls. You could scare him into talking to us correctly, or you could read the scroll and see what the scroll says, or
Intimidate is also one.
Yeah,
I don't have any speaking skills, so
I mean, you don't have to murder him, but nip at him a little bit. His nuts.
oh, intimidating them or using motive is not going to work since I only have a 1. I'll try to intimidate him to see why the name is on the scroll. Yep, 16. I failed.
Not necessarily, because that's against my roll. Depends on how I do.
Oh, I didn't know how it worked.
So he looks at you and looks at Tundra, and his eyes are getting huge when he sees Tundra. And he does seem like he's kind of scared.
Who's next?
Well, I guess that's to me then. And Cielo will go ahead and open the scroll case, and hopefully nothing pops out.
The scroll has 2 pieces of paper. Go ahead and look at your DM.
Cielo draws his rapier and pokes it into the throat of the guy.
Oh, shit. Didn't even use words.
Oh wow!
It goes straight for the weapon. No words.
Give me an attack roll. You have advantage because he's restrained.
I'm not stabbing him yet. The rapier is poking into his neck, and I'm going to ask him a question before it goes through.
Okay.
So Cielo I guess it's intimidation. We'll just ask him, "Who gave you this?"
He says, "My commander."
I only rolled 13 for intimidate, but I'm going to go ahead and use a riblet to get another roll.
Okay.
Okay, 23 for intimidate when Cielo just says, "I need names."
I don't know his real name. He goes by Silverfish.
That's all I need to know. And Cielo plunges his rapier into the dude's neck.
I stare at Cielo in shock.
And I got to call the game there for the night, guys. We're close to ending. The dagger goes through his neck and comes out the back end. And he dies. And his form changes. He is a 6-foot tall humanoid with no mouth, only eyes, and there's little slots on the side of his head for ears, but there's no actual earlobes. And then his arms are longer than normal, and his fingers are longer than normal, and he has a pale gray skin, no clothes on as he drops.
And a little part of Cielo's innocence dies.